we play the deck with the highest win rate on untap.gg in Timeless. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, no, not this format too. Not every format too. Apparently in Timeless, according to untap.gg, the winningest deck is not all of the other piles of like 3-color Thoughtseize nonsense. No, it's Rakdos Burn. Rakdos Burn. This list boasted a 63.5% win rate in ranked, according, of course, to the untap.gg app. And I think the best thing I can say about this deck before we even go in, it's not that hard on wild cards relative to the format. Yeah, there's still a lot of rares, but I mean, a lot of them are just super important ones anyway. There's Lightning Bolt rare. Orcish Bowmasters, only 2 copies of Ragavan, only 1 copy of Bloodstained Mire. Like, the cards, the weird cards you have to craft, like Bump in the Night, are actually commons. Mishra's Bauble, uncommon. So I think that if you can say something nice about this deck in particular, it's that there aren't that many rares. Even Dragon's Rage Channeler is an uncommon. Eidolon the Great Revel, that might not be one that you even knew was on Arena. That is a rare, and you can see why it makes it in the deck as a 4 of, because whenever a player casts a spell mana value 3 or less, this does 2 damage to that player. So we're gonna put this thing through the ringer. We're gonna do our dailies, see how long it takes to get to 15 wins, see if we can get that 63% win rate, and yeah, get judgy about burn decks, because that's what I do on the channel. CGB, I thought you didn't like aggro burn decks. No questions. I do these things so you don't have to. Let's dive in, see if we can count to 20. Let the nonsense begin. This channel is about competitive gaming, and I am a competitive gamer. Otherwise, I'd be called like the 31 in Best of 1 or some other arbitrary number other than 1. Because if you're not first, you're last, and that's just true. Shout out to CoolStuffInc.com. Insert ad placement. CGB5 is the promo code. Get yourself a 5% discount when you order all kinds of sealed product at CoolStuffInc.com. You have your Ravnica Remastered pre-order in? Bobble. Burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. No creature. Am I supposed to run this without a creature? I'm gonna do it. This is an experiment. It's possible I'm supposed to mulligan for a creature. Hello. Yeah, take 2. K, D, R, C. What's on top of your deck? Yeah? What's on top of my deck? Eh? Okay, Swifty's coming out. Do I remove this? I'm on the draw. I've got tons of damage in my deck. I think we do remove this. Am I a control gamer? Yes, I am. And I love getting these cards before a Bowmaster can be part of the equation. Instant mirror match, and they have the Eidolon. Great. I love this for me. And I have 2 pain lands in a deck that actually doesn't run many pain lands. How about them apples? Can I have my lightning bolt back? Pay 1 life. At least this makes it colorless. Yeah. Let's get them. I'll start the damage. I'll go first on that front. Do we get a block? Ooh, we do. Okay, we're trading. Four cards. And they drew 3 land, but so did I, because 16 land deck, no problem. There's an Eidolon. There's an Eidolon. Think they have a lightning bolt? I bet they do. Let's test them. You want to bolt this? Play with fire. Okay. Well, now that they've played that card, I'm at 13. Am I the one who should be playing this? With my 2 pain lands? Probably not. But, you know, they'll remove it. See? 14-13. Tick-tock. We really need them to have one more land right there. But they don't. Probably some kind of a bolt here. I bump you in the night. Or do I? Let's play the raid. That life gain could matter. Let's light the stage. Come on, lightning bolt. Play with fire is not it. Let's have a look at the top card of our library. If it's a lightning bolt, we'll keep the mana up. It is a blood crypt. In that case, we'll raid. Those little life points. It could matter a lot. Yeah. Our opponent's sticking creatures. How many creatures did they draw? 4. How many did I draw? 2. 3. Hylaris. Down to 5. 12 to 5. Doesn't feel like I have a chance, does it? But we did draw light up the stage, and we do have this play with fire, and they are at 10. All right. Spectacle. Still not the right lands. But we did get a Bowmasters. Do I have to take 2 here? I do have to take 2 here. Shoot this thing down. We go to 4. Seems bad. I cast the wrong play with fire. I cast the wrong play with fire? I didn't. What? Thank you, Exile Zone, for being clear and easy to understand. They drew another Bowmaster guaranteed, but we got a double block here, whatever. Just playing around bump in the night, no big deal. Our opponent also drew the Mount Doom in the Ruins. The Shuffler's fine. That one Bowmaster triggered Looming Large as the opponent still has an Orc Army 2/2. They also had time to get Luris. Take your point of damage. If I still had a play with fire, that would really help. Wow. All right. That's game. Because they have Bowmasters that they can go to face with and then attack with the Channeler. But I played that pretty bad, and I will do better next time. One reason I play Standard a lot is I'm really used to the play pattern. Like, it's like stretching in the morning. I know exactly how to play in Standard. Timeless, I usually have to lose 2 or 3 games or play them very badly before I even know what I even get in that mode. It's another reason I don't like playing things like Explorer and Historic very often. Historic Brawl, even sometimes I have to warm up to the play pattern. Timeless is by far the hardest. It feels so unnatural to me. It's so slow, and everything you do has to be so careful, and the Shuffler is so fine. All right, 2 straight games on the draw. Will it be 2 straight mirrors? Might indeed be a mirror. Get this in before their Bowmaster. Bloodstained Mire on top. So if they play Blackleaf Cliffs do nothing, I think the odds of them playing something I need to lightning bolt here are pretty high. I'm wrong. So it's probably a Bowmaster? Probably a Bowmaster. Let's play the Raid. We could play an Eidolon there, but they just flash in a Bowmaster in response, bolt my Eidolon, and then they're the ones swinging. This does send a clear message that we're in a burn matchup, so they might take a different pace. Yeah, they get a basic. They're thinking about the Bowmaster. And they're going for it, because that's what you do. Too much value, just too good of a card to not play. That's why it's Rakdos Burn instead of something like Boros Burn with Lightning Helix. Or just mono red. Because if you're not playing Bowmaster, you better be on a completely different strategy. By the way, 16 land decks. In both games, we have drawn at least 3 land. I have now drawn 4. That's insane. Our opponent just played a Mayhem Devil. That's different. You don't see that one all the time. All right. Here's an Eidolon. A little life gain goes a long way here. Shambling Ghast. Okay, they are on a very different deck. They're gonna like Deadly Dispute and stuff. Interesting. There's a Lightning Bolt. Attacking with Eidolon, they double block or they single block. Doesn't really matter. Well, let's go. Let's go. Life totals are going to 0, baby. They play a Shieldred. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry so hard. This feels like another Bowmaster, doesn't it? Really does. Huh? So we resolve. All right. Well, like I said, life totals are going down. And Shuffler's always fine. Cast something, I dare you. Don't tell me they waited till end step for a Deadly Dispute. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Bail out. Abort. Abort. Oh my goodness. Every spell that's 3 or less is 6 damage. 6. Yeah, they do nothing. They do absolutely nothing. All right, combat. Combat. Yeah, if you're used to standard best of 1, get used to a different pace of play. That's some advice I have for you. It's infuriating at first how slow. Like, it's a fast format. It's like a 4-turn format. Sometimes quicker, but it takes so much longer. Like, the typical game length, I think, is like over 10 minutes. Whereas in best of 1, it's around 4 minutes? Best of 1 standard, to be specific. More time for hitting ad breaks. Check out Moxfield, best deck building site on the internet. Click my deck list link in the description and hit follow. I'm on a quest to be the most followed creator on Moxfield. The only one to beat? Literally Wizards of the Coast. You know, small indie company. Also, check out Ultimate Guard. They provide all, and I do mean all, of my protection products that I put my personal Magic card paper collection in. I would use them on Arena if I could. There's that Deadly Dispute. Take 6. Took a minute, but we got there. Anything else? You tricksy hobbitses? Down to 4. Now we just want them to put anything on the stack, right? They can't cast anything. I will take 4. I'm not afraid. I'll knock you to 3. Okay. I guess we turned off their whole deck. Beautiful. All that rope just to die. 1-1 so far. Can I do the record thing? Where's the record thing? Yeah. There it is. I want my 63%. Should be easy. I want my diamond too. One lander? I've never failed to curve out to 4 lands in my 16 land deck. Why would I start now? We really do need somehow to cast this light up the stage next turn, or this could be a disaster. But let's put it to work. Swifty, swifty. Punch him in the face. Tap land. Aether Hub. Aether Hub, go. This is a risk. Yay! Okay, please resolve. And please find land. Land or bust here. Bobble? Could have saved this for next turn. Probably should have. Bigger Swift Spears. I got impatient because I really want this land. And I also want to know what my opponent is up to. Okay, that hurts them. That's a good sign. We draw. Is it a land? It's not a land. This could get embarrassing. I mean, I feel like you got to keep some one-landers on your 16 land deck, right? I don't think I'm necessarily wrong for this. Dark Ritual. Sneak attack. Well, if I'm gonna die a hideous, hideous death to sneak attack, I accept, because this is embarrassing. Show me the Grizzlebrand. What do they sneak out? 63% win rate. How do they get to 3 lands every time? GG's. If only I had a Bowmaster right then. That is a good point. How does a 16 land deck? You would think hand smoothing algorithm, right? Because let's see, I played 2 mirrors. No, the other one was like a sacrifice deck, but they were both Rakdos. But one was definitely a mirror. So of the 4 hands I've seen with this deck, 3 times we've curved out to 4 without missing a beat. And then 1 time we're stuck on 1. All right, so maybe we're not keeping one-landers again. I'm on the play. That's fresh. I might have been able to win the first game. It's hard. I don't want to be too hard on the 1-2 record right now, because I might have been able to win game 1 if I were less of an idiot and better at just playing timeless. Yep, shock. Oh, cool. Next, do we Eidolon? I think we Eidolon. We could try to draw out more removal first, but Eidolon. Searing Blood. Okay, it's a burn mirror. We're doing a burn mirror again, and that is pretty good tech. 3 to face, 2 to a creature, but just means it's tied. Opponent says hello. Yeah, shove it. Just take your damage. 5, 6, and then we just gotta scry something to the top, right? Yeah, take a point. Swifty, swifty. You got it. You gonna light the stage while you're at it? Okay. Please, another pain land. Remember, they shocked on turn 1. All right, Swift Spear. All right, we go face. That's good. And that's game. We're gonna get 1 off from the raid. And then 3 points right here. And then 3 points right here. And that's a turn 4 kill on the play. No problem. That go first thing is nice. Let's do it again. Get me a little on the play double lightning bolt action. I'm already disturbed though by the amount of Rakdos on this ladder. Like, did everybody just do what I did? Untap GG is out for timeless. Copy the top deck. I don't blame them. It's like, we got to know the format. I was just kind of depressed that it's you know, it's burn again. I'm not that surprised though. Ooh, we have a Bowmasters this time, and we're on the play, and this hand is good, and looks like another mirror-ish situation. Might hit 2 lands with light up the stage, you never know. They're probably going to do something about this though. Yep, there's the bolt. Okay. Have an Eidolon, which I think we're just supposed to run out there. Anything the opponent does here to deal with it is going to cost them life. Also makes it awkward if they plan to sequence anything funky. Okay. Light the stage. Take 2. Looking for land in all the right places, I'm sure. Play this. More pain lands though. Wow. Pass with Bowmasters open. Maybe they go for Brainstorm. So far, all we know, blue and red and Lightning Bolt, which could be Phoenix. Okay. Oh, we could just hold this. They might be trying to trap me under my own Eidolon, which means I have to be willing to play a slightly slower game. Good to hit land drops while doing it, bad to hit pain lands. Shuffle it up. We're gonna try to ambush them with a Bowmaster on a Brainstorm or something like that. Force more action out of them. Sneak attack. Ah, they're that deck. All right, well, we gotta move. They gotta die. You never know, man. Down to 7. This is how you do it. Down to 5. Down to 2. Math. We gotta hit something off this Chandler. Does that do it? Nope, there was already a creature in there. 2 life. They can probably sneak something out and win. Me not casting that Bowmasters on that turn was crucial. Yeah, World Spine Worm. That'll do it. All right. Should have been more aggressive. I didn't think blue-red sneak attack. I always think Rakdos sneak attack. As you saw, the mana base was very different. I thought like Arclight Phoenix or something. So they really got me. My own Painlands got me. Just kind of unfortunate to draw the Mount Doom in that situation again. I think that's the 3rd time in 5 games. Which is kind of insane. All right. No more outmaneuvering anybody. Just kill them. 1 lander. Last time I kept a 1 lander, I lost. I'm on the draw. I'm still curious. See, these lands I want in my deck. I am so sick of taking damage from this stupid mana base that doesn't do anything. Like, we haven't activated a Ramanop. We haven't activated Mount Doom. They've just killed us. It's pissing me off. Yep, same deck. Same deck. Nice to see the format evolving in a very healthy manner. Just immediately devolving into exact same mirrors all day. Always fun. Love that for it. The swamp might be punishing them a little. They kept on top. They kept on top. They don't want to trade. Makes sense. All right. Yeah, they are having a little bit of mana trouble. Hey! This freaking card is gonna be the end of me, man. All right. Do this while I can. Comeback time. Now they stick an Eidolon and they pass. Curious. Very curious. A lot of options here. None of them great. Could kill both things and attack and go to 9 for it. They untap, burn me, burn me. I'm not dead, but I'm close. And what did they do? Maybe we hit them for 3, so they take 5. So they go to like 13. I don't think that's going to get us very far. They can't block the army because of the threat of another bowmaster. I want to try to get some damage out of their Eidolon before I remove it. Maybe that's being too cunning, but we are on the back foot in this game, so I get to be my control-y self. Land in the graveyard. I mean, I need this land, but it also does set up my Chandler to be a 3/3, which could matter a lot. An instant down there? There is. Okay, we'll leave it then. Are we blocking with a bowmaster? It's all about damage in this game, right? I got plenty of creatures. I don't have plenty of life to play with. Think they're gonna play another Eidolon? No, they're gonna light the stage. Bump in the night. Eidolon again. All right, bolt the face. Think we have to. Why would they sequence it so they have to bump in the night after? Why would they wait a turn to bump in the night? Grow their Swift Spear? I think we established by playing the Bowmaster that the Swift Spear isn't getting in there. They kill the Chandler, that's pretty bad. We'll just send the army. We'll take it. Right? Light. Ragavan, no use for you. Bauble? Any reason to save Bauble? Don't think so. Well, yeah, Eidolon's a good reason. Yeah, we're gonna need to play a Bowmaster and block here. We're going to 5 to do it. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. There's the bump. Take 2. They just have the burn for the lethal. I mean, the missed land drop was game over, right? Or I should have killed the Eidolon. I'm bad at this format. I'm working on it though. So yeah, I guess we have to kill Eidolon and don't keep one-landers ever. It's another curve out to 4 in the mirror on the draw. On the play for them. Kind of gross. For those wondering how to construct a Magic the Gathering arena video for views and optimizing for YouTube, the video would probably start somewhere around here where I start figuring out the deck and start winning, because a lot of the weak-minded children have already turned it off because they don't think the deck is good, or they don't like watching losses because their brains are dysfunctional. They have to see wins or they're not happy. So, yeah, somewhere in here, the video would probably properly start. Now, this is my 3rd one-lander with the deck, and I think I'm supposed to mulligan it, and I am going to erupt if I keep drawing this motherfucking Mount Doom. I am losing it, man. All right, we're on the draw. Swift Spear. No, Ragavan's not good. Ragavan's not good in this deck in general, I've decided. Piece of trash card. Swift Spear at least can push damage pretty well. Opponent takes 2. Thought sees me. Take another 2. Freebooter. Okay. Citadel combo. That has to be a bad matchup, especially on the draw. But they're already playing Bauble, which is kind of not, I think, how you're supposed to play that card, but I think you're supposed to hold it for Weather the Storm. Maybe they need the land, I don't know. Oh my god, Blackleaf Cliffs. You are in the deck. I was starting to question everything. Let's play... We play the Swift Spear and they block here. They get the Scry and the Treasure already. Might set them up for a combo turn a little sooner than we'd like. Here's my burn cards. I need my burn cards. We definitely need to have Eidolon down so that they take a lot of damage when they go for it. So I think that what I'm up against is a deck that's going to try to cast Necropotence, draw a bunch of cards, and cast Weather the Storm in their end step. I think that's the big plan. All right, so Necropotence doesn't actually draw cards, so it gets around Bowmaster. Let's not do this with Swift Spear. I'm going to play the Eidolon this turn. Oh my goodness, this stupid monkey. Shuffler's fine. Let's have a look at top card and decide if we want it. Yep. Sure do. So we're not shuffling this turn. Here's Eidolon. I has card. They don't have Bowmasters. They're not usually a Bowmaster deck if they're what I think they are. So play Necro. Life total go down. Nope, not gonna happen. Man, I don't have the spells to transform this Chandler. It's pretty frustrating. We could go Bowmasters, clear the freebooter and attack. Since I don't want to trade it with my Chandler, it is holding off damage. Let's go for it. Playing second Eidolon is something we could go for, but I want to get more damage in. I don't know. Maybe I am supposed to play second Eidolon there. They scry bottom, they make treasure. Getting set up for their big turn. Let's put that life total under pressure, okay? Do 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 do. Bum bum. Yeah, Weather the Storm gains a lot of life actually, but at least they take 2. But they're at 21. Okay, let's see what they do next. So yeah, Tendrils of Agony is how they typically win after playing a bunch of spells in one turn. But to do that, they need a Necro. They need a lot of cards. And that's I guess that's the thing I'm hoping, is that when they draw those cards and try to do the thing, either they don't draw the Weather the Storm or the Eidolon does too much damage to them that it doesn't let them do what they hope to do. Ow. They pass. Have I had a 3/3 Chandler yet? Guess not. Wouldn't be me, right? Another one. So that's another 9 life, but 4 damage, right? I mean, they're at 19, but like... I don't know, maybe they're hoping to Tendrils me out. I'm just going to stop casting spells and start activating Mount Doom. They play Citadel, they're at 19. Let's see what they can do. They already played a land. Ooh. Ooh. That's the painful shambling ghast when life is a resource. Ah, that Dark Ritual takes them to 9. Witherbloom Apprentice. Okay. This is the big test. Can they do something with this? That's a life gain source, but they're at 3. They can't cast a cheap spell. Okay, they're gonna die. Eidolon! Eidolon! Destroying opponents and wrecking things. Next opponent. Now that I've found my inner burnness. Now I have hopefully learned some things in the last 7 games, but I definitely haven't played well. I've learned I hate Mount Doom. I am so tilted over that card. I've had it so many times, and the mirror is so prevalent. I think we need Den of the Bugbear. And I am not, I'm just learning, I am not the 16 land life, you know, that ain't me. So this hand, even though it's a 1-lander, I think we're supposed to keep it. I think we're supposed to keep it because we can Reckoner Raid and then light up the stage. We drew a 2nd land already though, so we don't have to do that. I do think I have to kill this Deathrite Shaman. Kind of a busted card. The life gain and the graveyard hate are a problem. Going 2nd is hard, man. It's so hard. Yeah. Bobble, bobble, bobble. At least I'm not playing what another Rakdos mirror right now. That's new. Oh, they shock out a Blood Crypt after getting an idea of what I play. Interesting. Supplier. There's a Diabolic Intent there. Some graveyard combo-y thing. Eidolon. Is that what we play? Is that the play? Our life total with 2 pain lands? I mean, I don't know what they're up to, but I bet it doesn't like Eidolon. Seriously though, this mana base is not, it's not optimized for a world where the mirror is the matchup that gets played. As the Village Rites, yep. They should have responded with that, yeah? So we got some free damage. We see a Necro in the graveyard. Maybe another combo deck? Gotta be another combo deck when you see Supplier. 2 more. No regard for their safety. Underworld Breach. Oh, Storm combo. Okay, Eidolon's really good then. That's what we need to see. Intent, take 2. Gnawing Vermin, yeah, definitely Underworld Breach combo, but they have to get rid of the Eidolon first. They're probably tutoring up a way to do it. So now we need their life total to go down. Way down. So, play you. Swing, light up the stage, bump, or just bump now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put them on 4. Yeah, that doesn't leave a lot of room for error. They take 2 to get rid of the Eidolon. They pass. Okay, we raid. Trigger. I mean, it doesn't appear that they're doing anything. Dead. Easy. They searched their whole library and then died. Underworld Breach combo, ladies and gentlemen, doing all of its combo-y goodness. It definitely relies on casting a lot of cheap cards over and over with the Underworld Breach. Very much a Storm deck, so yeah, Eidolon is gonna hose them. All right, can we get off the 500 mark? Can we get over 500? I want my 60% win rate. No black. Hand doesn't do anything. 1-lander, double Ragavan. Shuffler is its finest today, it must be said. It must be said. Monkey! Dead monkey. Dead monkey. Really needed that. Really needed that. If I still have my Chandler, I'll fire off, play with fire on upkeep, try to scry and dig. Maybe I'm supposed to do that anyway, but I think I'd rather do it with a Chandler on the field. Obviously, you dig deeper. May fatal pushes you draw in this opener. Jund. Team being assembled. That's terrifying. I forgot this was in the format. Probably need to re-examine a few decks based on that. Not a land. Is a sorcery. Which gets us very close to Chandler time. Draw? Can't do it. Just can't. I cannot keep a one-lander. I am definitely cursed. On the bright side, our opponent's at 12. We have the Eidolon if they're a combo deck. We saw them cast Assemble the team. They go to 10. No fear. Why should they? I'm literally stuck on 1 mana. This is sneak attack. This is sneak attack. 3rd time playing sneak attack today. It's beat me every time. Once by my own stupidity. Twice by literally being on 1 land. That was just horrific. I don't know how this deck wins 60% if you can't draw 2 lands in a game. I did mulligan that time at least. Maybe I'm supposed to go to 5 on the draw? I don't know, man. All right. No more 1 land keeps. We are 0-3 in 1 land keeps, right? Think we are. There was one in there where I actually drew out of it, got up to like 3 or 4 lands during the game, but I'm pretty sure I didn't win. I mean, come on, right? Double bobble. This has to be the one. Another pain land too. This has to be the one though. Our opponent on Gigantha, so they're an Oko deck. Yeah, this has to be the one. Like, they are testing me for sure, but this is, we get to see like 6 cards before our next draw step. In most scenarios. They might remove this in response to the first bobble, but still. Yes, 19. 17. That stupid fucking card. All right, let's go Chandler and bobble. Yep, there it was. Clear as could be. So I guess we don't play the other bobble right now. Oh, nice. Love that for me. Love knowing my Chandler gonna die. Let's see how much more damage we can get out of our opponent's mana base. Down to 14. Do they have Oko? They might. They have Uro. That's a problem. Life gain is cheating. Are they gonna shock again? They might. If I just attack for 1, they'll probably take it, right? And then we can light the stage and skewer the death right. If I play this, what will they do? Let's get a look. I mean, more light up the stage seems good. We're gonna have to power through an Uro. If we attack for just 1, they might take it. Yep. Okay. Spectacle powered up. So, do we go face against an Uro deck, or do we get rid of that Shaman before it can eat our graveyard? I think the answer is to kill the Shaman. Hey, we got a land too. That's good. It's a pretty good turn too. Wonder why they're letting me keep this. There's a den. We haven't drawn a den all game, but we have a Sulfur Springs already. Let's bin this. I guess they just didn't want to take any more damage. Could be a Bowmaster deck. I guess we make them play Bowmaster on their upkeep. No, we hold. But Bowmaster on their upkeep would actually be brutal. Yeah, they didn't want to take damage. How's our graveyard? 4 cards towards Uro. There's the push. 5 cards towards Uro. Missing a land drop, holding up Bowmaster. Gotcha. Seems like an Eidolon turn. Actually, it's a bump light turn, right? Because we got to grind out this Uro. If they counter this, good. We'll play an Eidolon. It's fine. Yeah, they're going to counter it because they don't want me to light the stage. All right. And now do we lose to Uro? It's going to be tough. I don't know how we beat it. But they need the land. They got it. They got it without a problem. Yeah, they had to top deck that land. They did. Pretty sure that means we can't win. Another one? Yeah, game over. I mean, what could I do in this one? I don't think there's anything I could do in this one, but... I guess we'll try to get them. If they attack with the Uro and I block with the Eidolon, I can play a new one. No lands in that hand. I'm pretty sure I can concede. Yeah, we're done. Dude, I mean, there was nothing in that one. Like, I don't think that was a skill situation. Forgot to hit record on a game literally against Mono Black where they played a Sorin and I couldn't beat it. I am really starting to hate this deck. On the draw again, one lander again. I keep thinking you have to keep one landers with this deck. And then like the experience I've had, I literally haven't come close to winning a game. I've been on the draw too. It should give you more odds of hitting the next land. And I just can't do it. Like, I think we got to keep something more like this. Yeah, this hand is fine. This is very much burn, right? Turn 1 Inquisition. Goodbye Swift Spear. If we were on the play, the opponent's life total would be in half. Do this before a Bowmaster, I guess. Told ya. Bolt. Shocking. Dark Ritual. One ring. All right. Rule them all. That makes light up the stage so bad. Protection from everything, huh? Yeah, draw. Draw your cards. Get it cooking. Let's go. They don't seem shy. They must have a deck built to gain the life back. Okay, they play Oracle. Where's the black source? Dude, seriously. I just can't, man. I am incapable with this deck. All right. Let's see how many time walks they get. You notice they didn't even attack first for the scry? They do not give a fuck. They top, yep, they drew Ancestral Recall, like you do. Uh-huh. More protection from everything. Uh-huh. That's not black mana. That's black mana. Lose 3 life. Now they kill me with Time Twister, right? Dude, I feel like my game's on the draw, not close. Everything about my deck being awkward, all the pain lands hitting me, opponents just popping off at every turn in every way. That's gonna be a time lock. Is that lethal yet? It's close. Or they, well, Time Twister doesn't do it, right? Yeah, Time Twister doesn't do it because of the Narset.
With thoughtfulness before action.
They kept on top and they get to draw it. They better be able to end the game here. Might be a Tendrils or something. Getting Narset is game, right? Yeah, it is. Getting Bowmaster is his game too. I might, dude, I can't. 60% win rate? I am negative by double. I think that my early games were deserved, but like I've been nothing but rolled by Uro, rolled by Mono Black with Sorin, rolled by this. Like that's pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. This might be the worst deck to ever be the highest win rate for a format. I like, who are they playing against? Just absolute morons? I don't know. It seems like everything beats this. Anything beats this. We're on the play. We have 2 lands. This should win. If I can't win with this, I can't win with this deck. This should be a W 100%. And if there's one thing besides all the whining that I'm doing that you can hopefully take away from this video, I think my mulligans need to be a lot better than they've been. Keep a bobble? I like the bobble. I like bobble a lot. Let's hold though. We might have Thoughtseize here. So we want to crack the bobble on their turn. No chance of a Bowmaster because for once we're on the play. Nope. Another Dark Ritual deck. This is going to be the 3rd or 4th in a row. Dark Ritual is a heck of a card. All right, so here. Nope. Careful. Careful taps. Here. Do that. Before they play a Bowmaster, we're going to use the bobble, so we'll look at our own top. It's bump. Bump is good. That's a lot of burn spells. That's a lot of damage. But our opponent's not damaging themselves. Their mana base isn't helping us in this game so far. It's Dark Ritual. It's the One Ring again. 2 games in a row, our opponent has turned 2 Dark Ritualed into the One Ring. 2 games in a row. All right, they still lose a life. That might be a reason to play the raid. We attack them for anger, and we pass. Inquisition. Well, they'll take the instance, which we need to cast in our turn. So let's do it. Do we want a land on top? Actually, we don't, do we? We want more burn spells. Bauble? Bauble. I mean, it's a free prowess trigger. And then a replacement card that could be a burn spell. And they're going for it. They're probably thinking they need to play another ring. Maybe they can Dark Ritual and re-ring right now. I've also noticed these decks are decks with March of Otherworldly Light and Necro. Underdog. Okay, well, that will absorb a little damage. Play around Bowmaster, play around Thoughtseize. Yep, easy block for them. I mean, the Bowmaster isn't going to do too much if they flash it on upkeep. I'd pretty much welcome that. Ah! Tell me. I mean, they'll have the land for sure, but they get to reset their ring. There's my Bowmaster. Ooh! If we can catch them. Yay for one ring decks. But seriously, if this hand doesn't get there, I'm just gonna... Ugh. You can't ask for better. You really can't. Okay. Hey, we got a shot here. So they're going to gain that life, feel nice and secure. We're going to hit them with our Swift Spear. And we're going to hit an untapped land for this Bowmaster. I guarantee it. Okay, maybe not. Anyway, we're going to put them in danger. Save the Reckoner Raid because it's life loss. The opponent went all the way down to 2. Now we could have just held up Bowmasters, but if they just have a fatal push, that plan fails. Yep, new ring. Only 1 mana open. Let's see if they draw the card. I mean, look at what we've seen out of their deck. Just not much. Oh, there's the March. Okay, yep, they've got the March. They go up to 6. Ah, they're not drawing anymore, though. Are they getting insecure? This is somewhere where they need to drop a Shieldred. Trespasser. Weird. Works, though. They did draw 2 Marches. They're doing very well at Magic. I bump you. Come on, go for this 1 ring. Go for this 1 ring. Come on. Don't power up the Hive. They're not playing around a haste creature. They have a creature to exile with the Trespasser? They do. All right, we go for it. Gotta try. What else can you do? Do they have their 3rd March? They do. Unbelievable. 3 Marches in their top 20 cards. Unbelievable. Turn 2 1 ring, 3 Marches in the top 20. Rigged. That's a scoop. That's a Shieldred or a Tendrils. I don't want to know. This has been bad, guys. This is A day from hell. On the play. Let's try again. I can't believe I lost that last game. It was pathetic and embarrassing, but here we are. I'll keep a lightning bolt. That sounds fun. Deathrite Shaman. Come on, opponents. Shock some lands in. Let's go. Little upkeep trigger here for myself. Ragavan. Yeah, I'll take a Ragavan. Eat it up. Light it. Another bolt and a raid. Nice. They shock in a steam vents to blitz me with Ragavan. Okay. I think that's probably good for me. Let's see what they get. They get a land. Good. Guess they're going to hold a fatal push. They know about my Ragavan, right? They looked at the top with the... I think that's when they looked with the bobble. And yep, we got a priority stick. I will bolt you then. Faces the place. We're going to have a choice on whether or not to bolt this Ragavan. And they have 9 life. This Deathrite Shaman in their Is It deck is really throwing me for a loop. I'm going to bolt this Ragavan. That's a tough call. What would you do? Leave a comment. And they're holding up mana. Like I said, I think they know about the Ragavan. If they're going to keep holding mana up, that's fine, right? By Luris. The more they have to keep mana open, the better that is for us. Like the fact that they haven't cracked this treasure for this Deathrite. Ooh, okay. Chandler. Go to 19. It's very risky to hit this Chandler with a play with fire. Very, very risky. If they respond in a certain way, it becomes a 3/3. And it was a very bad spell on our part. Yeah, Eidolon. God, I've forgotten you're in the deck. Haven't seen you in so long. I'm sure that has a lot to do with our win rate as well. We're either drawing 3 Eidolons on the draw in the mirror, or we're drawing none at all. That's kind of rough. There's also a 3 lightning bolt game. We better be able to pull this off. So they know about the Luris. I think what we do is blitz the Ragavan, then play the Eidolon. They'll use a lightning bolt or some kind of removal on the Ragavan. Yeah. What do they need? They have instant. They would need something not an instant to make this a 3/3. Let's make them have it. Make them play it. Make them commit. Yeah, Bowmasters was the other thing I thought they might have. Not too surprising, but very annoying. Okay, here's the Eidolon. See if you can deal with it. They have no black mana, And they're clearly a Grixis deck. They've given us no quarter, though. No fetch lands. Okay. Points of damage. Go to 4. Now this has to attack. That can be good for us because if we draw a land, we can power up the Bugbear. Boom. All right. Attack double block. Or we could go for the Luris Eidolon play, which I think is going to get 2 points one way or another, and we've got the Ramanop on the field, so maybe attack first. It's got Menace. It's going to take a whole Bowmaster. Resolves. Annoying, but okay. There's not much better I could draw next turn than Luris, so it's fine. They bin to Delta. They also bin to Watery Grave. They're really trying to exist without black mana, but they have a Deathrite Shaman in their hand. So weird. Den is lethal if they don't put up a blocker. Looks like a treasure cruise. Hold on to your butts. Well, this game's at least interesting. Not a total landslide one way or the other. And they're able... Okay, they do have to make their Channeler a 1/1, but that might mean they get to hold it back to block. And now, do they take pain from their mana base? They see the ruins. They can't even shock in a land. They're gonna blitz a Ragavan? Yeah, get the Luris off the top of my deck. Okay. But now they face the Den. We'll see if they have another lightning bolt for it. That's a skewer. Skewer them to 1. See if they have another memory lapse. Skewer them to 1, make them win next turn. Bang. Your face. Uno. All right, crack that fetch. Care to crack a fetch? How could they gain life? I mean, if I'm building their deck, Deathrite Shaman's the answer. They got to go for the win here. They don't have any choice. Let's see if they can find it. Power up the Chandler to a 3/3. They need 2 lightning bolts. They have a Ragavan. So maybe they can steal a lightning bolt from me? That would be pretty epic. They're going for it. We go to 4. They steal a Bowmaster. I don't think that'll do it, because if they crack a fetch, they die. They're if they have a lightning bolt in hand, they're a mana short. They cast the Deathrite. They bounce the Ragavan. All right, the question is, can they survive a Ramanop Ruins? Do they have a Stifle? What a time for a Stifle. It would be that would be my luck today if they also had a Stifle. Seems appropriate. Get roped on the Ramanop Ruins excavation after a good game. The first close game we've had today. Magic Arena, baby. I'll use the bathroom. Of course we won. Took a minute. Thank you for the rope, opponent. We move on. Hugest game of my season by far. If we win, we're 6-9. That's nice. On the play! It's all coming around. It took a while, but it's all coming around. Rage. Gigantha, so it's an Oko and or an Uro deck. I do love more baubles. I don't know why, they just give me a fuzzy feeling. Yeah, Shockland, let's go. We haven't exposed that we're a burn deck quite yet. The Okiba Reckoner raid will let the cat out of the bag. Maybe we can get the opponent to shock a fetch here. The bubble. If they look at their own top and keep it, that would be nice because it would mean they do nothing. No, they just check out my top card. Maybe I want to upkeep Burn Mutt. Maybe I want to upkeep Bolt. Nah, I think that's a little too strong. Polluted Delta gets Watery Grave. Free Lightning Bolt, thank you. Inquisition, lame. Curious what they'll take though. Lightning Bolt has the pedigree, you know, one of the best cards ever, rah rah rah, but Reckoner Raid is potentially more damage. It's a 2/2 attached to a shock. Or they could take the mystery card, the Bauble, if they're feeling particularly spicy. By the way, if I draw another land, that's so bad. I mean, I guess it's not terrible. We're a Lurrus deck, so more lands eventually become Lurrus, but... yeah. Okay, they took the Lightning Bolt. I mean, we'll see. Maybe they have a creature, right? That they want to protect. Hey, Chandler. Hey, Reckoner Raid. Bump in the night. Yep, bin for the sorcery. Land. Have a look at this graveyard. Yep, that will do. 3/3s. We want to do this before they get a Bowmaster cooking. Do I want this Swift Spear? Not really. Another Chandler, another 1-mana 3/3. Yes, I would love that. Opponent might take it with another discard spell, but I'd rather play around Bowmasters. Yeah, they are under pressure. So this is how Dragon's Rage Channeler is supposed to work. I swear to you, I haven't transformed one at all this fast, this quick. Everyone's been dead, or I just keep being unable to transform it. This is what skill is about. This is when you really learn a deck. This is the skill you develop. You just, boom, turn 2. I've got 2 Chandlers. They're both 3/3s. What? Our opponent's casting the brainstorm of their life right now. What a brainstorm! The brainstorm of their life! Oh my god. Brainstorm, rope, scoop. 6 out of 9. Nope, that's not how that works at all. 6 wins, 9 losses. 6 out of 15. Still nice. On the right road. Oh man. Oh jeez, the one-lander. The one-lander has burned me. Ha! Every time. I'm doing it though. I'm feeling it. I feel like that was all bad juju and we've defeated it. And now we can go Chandler, Bauble, and dig up the land, right? Because we get another 3 cards deep. Chandler, the draw from the Bauble, and then the top deck for the next turn. 3 cards deep. There's a land here. There is a land. I believe. You have to believe. There's no way you can play a 16 land deck and never keep a 1-lander. Priority? Either Pact of Negation or Once Upon a Time. Hello? Land! Never didn't have it. Let's get that into our hand before anything bad can happen to us. Opponent roping me on turn 0 is Wow. Yeah, let's go, baby. Come at me. It's your go. Turn 0 ropes and timeless. The sweatiest possible nerds. Why don't you guys just head to MTGO? Cavern. Why did they get a second rope in my combat step on turn 0? They roped all the way down to nothing on turn 0. They should get no more timeouts. Like, this is completely unearned. What's this? What's happening? Okay, they got 3 ropes. I am so confused. Oh, really? You have Once Upon a Time. You know, wow. Okay, cool. Good for you. You better hurry. You don't have any timeouts. Although Wizards apparently is going to give you 2 more just for existing. Pit of Offerings. Sanctum Grazer. Oh, look at him go now. Temple. Yeah, some kind of Primeval Titan Natural Order deck, probably. 1 card in graveyard. Not enough. Let's go like this. And this. And this. And yeah, I'll keep a land. Opponent gets a little block in here. We do have a lot of life to get through if we're gonna close it out before they do the busted stuff. But I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, turn 2 Uro. Come on, man. Everybody's so ready for me right now. Like they just absolutely prepared. And they make a plant. Okay, yeah, I bet they have Natural Order in their hand too. Not a lot of great choices here. Let's light the stage. Like, we could say kill both creatures and then they can't Natural Order though. Ooh. Okay. Bolt and Skewer. Bump for sure. Play with fire. Bump is sorcery. Thinking. If we can get this over the top, no, the Grazer still blocks it. The question is, if we kill the Grazer, do they block? Let's do like this. Will they block something? If they block and we kill the Grazer, they can't get the Uro back and they can't Natural Order, right? Or we could go face. There is a chance what we've been with the Chandler makes it a 3/3. That's tough. I'm going for the max upside play. Boom. Gotta take chances. Unfortunately, we don't have a free Spectacle lined up for next turn. Opponent doesn't go for Pit, or maybe they're still going to with the Kami. Oh, they might have Natural Order right here. Ah! That's gonna make me angry. That's gonna make me so angry. So Natural Order into Field of the Dead is usually what this deck does. Oh my god, what a perfect draw if they also have Kami. Kami, they have the Garden, they have the Grazer. Yep. Oh, they don't have it. It's on. All right, so I guess we're trading our Chandler, which is a Heartbreaker. But then we can double Skewer. Or we can Skewer the Kami. Let's just do it like this. Eidolon, not great against them. Also an enchantment and a creature, so we're back to a 3/3 in one card. That's epic. Okay then. We are cooking. We are still here. They don't have a creature for their natural order. They are a card short of Uro. They just hardcast Primeval Titan. We're gonna get 5 in. God, we need 1 more damage off the top. They bought, oh yeah, the Bog. Yep. Bog the Chandler. Yep, that sucks. Now we don't have any damage getting in over the top at all. And it doesn't matter because they have Grazer and they're at 9. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, triggers. In. Down to 8. We'll have Spectacle next turn. This attack is useless. Do we play the Skewer and dig? 5, 4. How do we get... Knock him to 4. How do we get 4 points out of a turn? It has to be like light up the stage. Loris doesn't really do anything. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I think they have a Radiant Fountain in their list though. So we have to light up the stage. And in doing so, we have to hit double bolt. That's how we have to win the game. If they hit a Radiant Fountain, we can scoop. There it is. The beating continues. Ah, my God. This might be the worst 60% win rate deck I've ever played. I think you just have to have a goldfish brain to play Burn. Like, and what I mean by that isn't that you have to be stupid necessarily. It means you have to, how do I put this? For me, it means you have to be able to forget just how bad your deck is a good amount of the time. If you can do that, if you can just completely forget what a freaking train wreck of a deck you play sometimes, you can have fun. All right. 2 life, Swifty, Bolt the Monkey. In the bump. It's a nice curve for next turn though. We'll keep it. Bang. Because then next turn, sorcery, play an Eidolon. Should be good. All right, we found an opponent who takes damage from their land. That helps. That helps a lot. That really helps. Ah! Okay. That's fine. They still have to deal with the Swifty. And the bump. Chumps. And Eidolon them. See if they can find a way out of that. Now Bowmaster, it's just a 1/1. I only draw extra cards with Bauble. Ooh, that hurts you. Down to 8. Plains. 5 color. Leyline Binding. Played around Eidolon perfectly. Unbelievable. Look at that BS. I believe this is the deck affectionately known as Money Pile. You want to trade? All I need is an instant. Aha, they're scared. All right. Double Eidolon. See if you can ley line twice. I can't, man. I can't believe it. I can't. What a load. What an absolute load. This is the game I've had today. Oh, that was a third Eidolon. All right, gotta get there. Gotta get there. They go for the double. They go for the double. Okay. Oh my god, don't tell me their last card is also a banger. Alright. Yeah, the risk is too high that the Ragavan takes my burns. And I know having them at 3 would be nice and all. Okay, they've got a lightning bolt up their sleeve. They must have just drawn that. No fear of haste creatures. Play with fire. Do we go for Luris or do we go for play, scry, kill you? And we go for play, scry, kill you. Because they're probably casting Gigantha, right? They need to clock me. If they don't cast the Gigantha and we have more time, that's nice too. Brawler? Oh, okay. There's a Domain Zoo, they say. Double Binding, Lightning Bolt, double Ragavan, double Bowmaster was their draw. All right. Hope for the best. Unreal. Unfrickin' believable. Yes, Gigantha this time? Mm-hmm. Off the top, Swifty. Doesn't do anything. This has trample. Is there a bauble? There's not even a bauble. We're dead. This game is an absolute train wreck. This deck is an absolute train wreck. Unbelievable. Is it because I suck? I'm sure there's plenty I do wrong. Let's see if we can make some progress in this game. They're gonna once upon a time me on turn 1 again. Are they gonna rope me out to do it this time? Sunken Citadel. All right, turn 1 Grazer, I'm sure. Spirit, Kami, Ramp. No problem. Bump you. They just don't take any extra damage from their lands. See? Makes it so hard. I was told in this format I get free damage from lands, but now nobody does that anymore. Dude, do you have enough? Are there enough commies there? Jeez, oh Pete. All right, last card, Titan. They still need to top deck an untapped land. Eidolon, not great against them. Just burn spells, please. Goodbye, Luris. I think it's better to just get the den down. Probably not, actually. Forgot that this only produces black. Yep, natural order into Titan. That's game. Pathetic. This deck is legitimately terrible. No more fair magic. It's simply pathetic. This deck's floor is so low for the format. Let's try mulliganing until our hand is busted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here we go again. 2 lands. We're on the draw. On the draw. Is that a no Ragavan situation? No DRC? No D. So keeping DRC hasn't worked out well for me on the draw at all. Let's try something different. Turn 1 Shock Inquisition. Take Eidolon. Okay. So we are going with Raid. If the opponent holds up mana, we can light up the stage instead of playing Ragavan into a Bowmaster, but we're definitely cracking Bauble now before Bowmaster. Memory Deluge. That implies a much slower deck than we're used to. But honestly, the meta I've seen today makes me want to play control really bad. Bring on your Primeval Titan Natural Order stuff, right? This looks like a fatal push. This looks like a fatal push. We could try to overload their removal resources for a turn when the Reckoner would also attack, but I think that's asking too much. Let's go with Swifty. Stage. This will probably get pushed, but we still have a Ragavan. Nope. Not pushed. Shocking. Honestly shocking. Transform. Tap to land. Combat. Bolt you. Does that resolve? I would love to see a counter spell. Oh, we do. I have more where that came from. Thank you. Eight life already. That Memory Deluge is going to be so too slow. Expressive. Expressive in a deck with Memory Deluge, huh? Yeah, it worked in standard. All runs Epiphany control. Tapped land. Dude, I don't think you got it this time. You actually drew Mount Doom in a spot where it isn't abysmal. First time for everything. More control decks, please. I'm used to being on the other end of that aggro beating. But yeah, the slower the deck you play against, the more control decks you play against with a burn deck, the better. All their spells cost 2 to 4 mana. Yours cost 1. Easy game. On the play. Turn 1 Ragavan has worked out for nobody. Love that we have the Cliffs, so our mana isn't all painful. And we got the Chandler, and it looks like another Once Upon a Time. Do not need another one. What you got? Splunking. All right, so once again, we've faced the Primeval Titan deck. The matchup has been disastrous so far, to be honest. Bump. Let's see, are they ready with the Grazer? Hey, they had to take a damage from their land. Don't think that's happened before. I think they're ready with the Kami. It's a good blocker for Ragavan. Good blocker for the Chandler. Let's see if we can transform our Chandler. Sorcery. Oh, enchantment. Easy. I'll get 3 more damage in. And then we can either skewer or light the stage. Feels like lighting up the stage is a good move. Yeah. Burn. Just gotta get there. That's all we gotta do. We gotta get there. They found their 3/3. Or, I'm sorry, they found their Reacher. That's the important part. It's an 0/3, obviously not a 3/3. All right. Light him up. Good scries, good scries. $11. Do we let them block so we can then skewer face, or do we take out the Grazer now? Let's get more information. It's another 3 points. I guess we keep 3 points. See if they block. They do. All right, then we're going face. Or are we? We could light the stage now. Keep concealed how much damage we have. I guess I like that. I mean, we show them a bump in the night, but they don't know about the rest. Another land, but it's a tapped one. We do get another spectacle next turn from the raid. they get out of prime time here, we're in a lot of trouble. They might not have it this time. Here's Empath, probably gets a Primeval Titan. But I have 7 next turn. They have to put up a flying blocker. Or they have to have the wherewithal to Boseiju the Raid. You get Titan. I don't know if they can afford to Boseiju the Raid and get their mana up to Titan level. Okay, they'll have 6 next turn, not 7. Does this Boseiju? 2 mana chosen color to activate abilities of land sources. Is channeling the card from your hand, quote, a land source? I'm not sure. All right, you're at 9. Get there. Hit. Okay. Bump you. Bin you. Ragavan, you're terrible. Why are you a card that exists? Skewer you. Dead? Yes! Yes! We can beat the Titan. Just have to transform our channeler early and stay on target. Stay on target. Stay on target. 20 games, I've won 8. And I keep on dunking on the 60% win rate thing. But I think it's worth saying a lot of the YouTube audience picks up a deck and really does expect, like, if Untapped says it's a 60% win rate deck, to immediately win 60%. And hopefully most of you have learned in the last few years of, you know, 100% win rate thumbnail videos that that's not how it works. Not bad. No creature, though. No creature is bad. I think Skewer is the most likely thing to just be awkward, so I'm going to put it on the bottom. You might actually have to learn how a deck works in order to win with it. Do we kill the halfling? Do we kill the halfling? Bolt the bird is the thing they say. Can we really function as a control deck? I think our opponent stumbling on mana is one of the ways we get through this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Feeling a little behind, you know? On the draw, on a mulligan. See if we can throw him off. Land. Okay, they harvest for land. Oh! Sneak attack. Sneak attack strikes again. By the way, if you wondered why we held the bobble, this is why. Because we have Swift Spears and Dragon Rage Channelers in our deck. There are, if you don't need the bobble to do something like hit a land, make a crucial play, you want to do things like this to get the max possible damage out of your card. That is something I screwed up in my very first game, and why we have to play the deck for a few hours to really learn it. Triumph, huh? Very confused what I'm up against. It could be a Bowmaster deck. All right, let's hold our bobble. Does feel like a Bowmaster, doesn't it? Patience. Light. Maybe we'll hit land this way. Another bobble. Okay. Cliffs. Beautiful. Behold! The power of the Swift Spear. Bump you. They're gonna have to do something about this Swifty. I imagine they will. Ta-da! Kill the Bowmaster because we need to bobble. You do have to be careful here, though. If we double bobble right now and they have a second one, yeah, we have to wait for them to commit their mana. Okay, they commit a sneak attack. We gotta kill them. They're going for it. We gotta go for it. Ooh, lightning bolt, you say? And Eidolon and bump. I think we're gonna die. I don't think we got there. 8. Two life. So if they sneak in an Atraxa, GG. And they've got it. All right, they've got a fatal push. We've got a demonic tutor. More bowmasters. 7 big life points. So, was there ever a turn where I didn't do as much damage as I could in this game? I was careful with my baubles. That may have overall set me back. But they did have the bowmasters. Like, I think I needed it. Alright, if we play the Eidolon now, they're going to respond. They only have 1 removal spell, though. And they have to shock. And they didn't get another Atraxa, but they have a demonic tutor, so they can tutor for an Atraxa. Do they have an untapped black that doesn't cost them life, though? If I cast this Eidolon, they will respond. They will sack their Mire. And then what? They will push the Swifty? Maybe they'll push the Eidolon? I guess that would be good for us. Let's go for it. Whatever they're gonna do, they have to do it now. Oh, they don't. Maybe they are going to push the Eidolon. That would be 2 free damage. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, they're gonna sneak out a Bowmaster because that's the untapped land they had. They're gonna sneak out an Atraxa. Okay. And what do they get? World Spine, which they can sneak out and attack me with on their turn. So we can lightning bolt our own creature to keep the Atraxa from gaining life. They go to 6, but then they're going to sneak out the World Spine Worm and just attack us for lethal. So yeah, they took the worm. They had to draw that Atraxa. It had to be a blind card, and they had it. God, that's frustrating. These decks are just so unbelievably powerful. Not really, no. Thank you for asking. Really appreciate that. All right, please be on the play. Please be on the play. You're killing me, deck. Nope, denied. Have to find those stats. You know, the stats that matter. Did you go first? Do I mulligan this one lander? It's a good one lander. But if they kill the Swift Spear, it's nothing. All right. All right. What's the putback? Is it Bump in the Night? Is it Play with Fire? I think it's Bump in the Night. I know that it's technically worth more damage, but Play with Fire's Scry might be important as we try to curve out here against another Luris deck that's taken 3 to play a Deathrite Shaman and a Bauble. So we have no good attack here. Let's just bolt the bird that gains life. Okay. Turn 2 Deathrite, turn 2 Bauble. Shuffler's fine. They know about this Bloodstained Mire. We have a red, so we go and get black. That's not good. Could have push here. I guess we want the push out of the way. As we prepare to bolt a Deathrite Shaman. You want that card? We'll find out from their whether or not they crack their fetch. Blockers. Damage. They go for the tap land, which means we get 2 here. Swifty doing work. Ooh, exile with Questing Druid. Tell me you're playing a tap land. Tell me you're playing a tap land. Ah, shock. Okay. I mean, I'll take that too. Oh, what a draw. Okay. Okay. We have a lot of life on this one, right? We can afford to have great mana. Maybe I'm just supposed to deploy the Chandler, to be honest. We're not going to sweep the board. Yeah, let's go wide. Let's go really wide. This many creatures to none? They're going to 1-for-1 remove us? I don't think so. Oh, well, that helps. Nobody needs to 1-for-1 when Bowmasters is in the format. Let's go. To the face. I think it's the place. Ragavan against Bowmaster? I think not. Keep swifting. Another play with fire. Light him up. And they had push. It's a good draw. I should have held that a little bit longer, though, just to see if I'd attack with my Bowmaster, expecting them to have to chump the other creature. And then they could have traded for my Bowmaster. But here we are. Hey, would you like to cast that Thoughtseize? You can see the Swift Spear. But they seem a little impatient. We'll see what they do with this Lightning Bolt. Okay, they bolted the Bowmaster. They could take damage for that. They will get away with it this time. Down to 9, though. Facing Eidolon. Their whole deck is 2 or less. This is where the Eidolon feels like a Shieldred. Oh my gosh, they had a Lightning Bolt. Weird play. I guess they really want this to be a 2/2. Well, rough beats. You go face with the Skewer, and they force a chump block on the Swift Spear. Crack that fetch. Go to 1. Okay, Questing Druid. They're hoping we just whiff on this draw, and we actually did. Unbelievable. But we still get another shot. Not only that, we get Lurrus, who can buy a Bowmaster if we just top deck a land. Here's their Lurrus. Probably a turn short, but they go for Deathrite Shaman. No! That's the draw we can't have. Oh, man. All right. It's what we've got. That was the draw we couldn't have. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And they drew a removal spell on top of it. And it's a push. My God. That's so lucky. That's so stupidly lucky. Yep, they get to... Oh, they can't cast the adventure side? Or did they click the wrong side? Oh, it has to be a permanent. That's why. You can't cast the adventure side. I go to 3. Come on, deck. Come on. You gave me the worst possible top deck 2 turns in a row. Don't let me down now. Don't let me down. Come on. Are you joking? We're gonna lose. I can't believe this, but we're gonna lose. All right, keep it together. Let's play the flyer. Let's play the 1-2. Threaten to double block the Lurrus this time. An attack here, they block here. A double attack, they kill this. Oh. Keep it together. Double Deathrite Shaman, though. I can't beat this. I can't beat this. That... Dude, the top of the deck was just... It was the worst it could be. If my opponent could stack my deck, that's what they'd have done. Oh my god. I can't believe it. We had them at 1. We had them in the perfect spot. And they ripped... Just a reminder, you know, they ripped the Fatal Push. They ripped the Tarmogoyf. I just... It's unbelievable. That's really bad too. No spells. Oh my god. Ugh. Somebody run the odds for me. What? How bad that was. Dailies. Some days it's just impossible to do your freaking dailies. All right, we'll keep our 6-card hand. It has Eidolon and Bowmasters. Play with fire. Our turn 1 play right now is what? Bump you? But you'd rather have spot removal. So we could go turn 1, have play with fire available, or tap land to save our life total. Yeah, okay. Okay. See what they do. Maybe what we're supposed to do is raid light the stage now. But that might put off the Eidolon for a very long time. Let's just get the Eidolon down. Tapland, go. Okay. There's some land. We've been victimized by sneak attack decks when we go too slow. We got to be careful here. But I do think the right play is to Bowmaster at some point during this turn cycle. Maybe we can even catch a Brainstorm. Okay, it's going to be an Oracle deck. Life totals go burr. There's a bolt. We shoot those. Line up for the 1 ring. But we still have light up the stage with the Reckoner raid. Our own Eidolon, though, might destroy us. Might also destroy them. Oh god, here we go. Take 2. Ugh. Okay, they didn't do anything else yet. The Bowmaster might be having an impact. It's a trigger. Let's do this. Swifty. Just gotta go. Just gotta go after him. Oh no. The black mana. Five life. Let's see what we can do. They've got their own Bowmaster. Take 2. Target my Bowmaster. I mean, are they going to block everything? If they get greedy, you got to catch them greedy, right? Double block, take 1. Hope they don't have it. They don't have it! They needed a 1-mana spell right there, and it just didn't feel like the priority was sticking. We go for it. We win. If we take 1 more loss with this deck, we can't even complete our dailies with a record above 500. That would be really bad. I would not enjoy that. On the play, Mount King Doom. Where's the 2-lander? Where's the 2-lander? Guess not. Not today. Okay, you go away. You go away. No, we need to light the stage. I mean, one of these has to hit, right? That's the idea? All right. Come on, Ragavan. You haven't done squat for me, but now's your time. Now's your time. Maybe not every deck in the format as removal. On 1. It's one of those days, guys. It's one of those days. All right, control when I'm stuck on 1 mana and a Mold of 5. Should be the matchup we want, but never saw a 2-land hand. Didn't get there. All right, Lorien revealed. Ketria Triumph. Oh, it's another money pile type deck? Hey, there's the land. All right, we go hard. Land Eidolon, okay. They're gonna have an Archmage's Charm ready to go, though. Nope, they've got a tap land. Try to sneak this under the Archmage's Charm. They might counter it, but they might also want to counter the Eidolon. Can they go that low? They're going to go that low. I could pass here. I think if I play the Eidolon, it does get countered, but I guess we need to draw the counter spell. We could have also done it like hold up play with fire and force them to commit their mana in other ways. You know, get back counter. So they can gain control of Swift Spear. Ruins? That is 2 unavoidable damage. Binding? Sure. Do it now. Raid. What we want is a land, to be honest. Because we've got the ruins. Give me Luris. Just don't gain life. Don't gain life. All the counterspells in the world won't help you if I can top a land. Alright, so we have to remember Counterspell and Archmage's Charm are in their range. We pass. Eidolon. Get that countered, I guess. Okay, Archmage's Charm. Are you going to draw? Poking their graveyard. They're digging through time. We see the green mana. They might be an Uro deck. That would be nasty. But we also saw the basic plains. Watery Grave. Okay. Does it work? Do you run Stifle? Nope. Game. Ended like a wet fart. That's coming from a control mage talking about a burn deck. So take it with a grain of salt. All right, please. More slow decks. Put me on the play. Give me 2 lands. What more could I ask for? Yeah. Thank you. All I had to do was ask nicely. DRC, I believe, is how we start this one. And let's go ahead and get our bobble on. Another one. And we'll bin you. 1 is enough. What you got? What you doing? Steam Vents. Now I know everything. Okay, that's enough land for the whole game. Until the... I don't know about that. 5 mana, activate Ramanop has been important. Ragavan. Ragavan. I think they'll trade Ragavans if I go ahead and blitz. The other thing we can do is bump, attack. They won't block. Then we light up the stage. Make them trade, I think. There we go. At least we got rid of the Ragavan. And they didn't bolt the Channeler, so maybe they don't have the means. Ooh, Bowmaster. That might be able to snipe a Brainstorm. That would be awesome. Let's bump them. Now the plan is very clear. We are that deck. Burn Gaming. 3/3. Attacketh. Brainstorm, I dare you. Do it. Do nothing? Huh. Could be a counterspell. Brainstorm, brainstorm, brainstorm. You know you want to brainstorm. We hold. We hold for brainstorm. We hold for brainstorm today. See if we can get a hit here. Fetch. You activated Spectacle for me. Nice. Gain control. Lame. Does tap them out. You got a 1/1. Let's light the stage. Ragavan Mount Doom. Because I haven't taken enough damage from my lands today. Could blitz this next turn. Hold up Bowmaster. Seems good. Hold up Lightning Bolt seems good. Let's just cast it. I'm still holding this Bowmasters. I'm gonna catch a Treasure Cruise or a Brainstorm. I'm gonna do it. I haven't been able to do that in this format yet. Now it has to attack. It can be good. They have counterspell mana open. We're at 10. They showed me an Archmage's Charm. Do you think they also play counterspell? They have 3 cards in hand. They haven't brainstormed. They might not have a brainstorm. I guess we have to go. Like, if we get 3 points off this, they're on death's door. They have the counterspell, but they don't have anywhere to stick their molten impact damage. So there is that. That's 8 damage. This is 2. All right, bump you. Skewer on top. If they have a counter spell, they get around it. If we go for an untapped land, we can win with ruins. Nah, keep it. Keep it. We'll try to overload them next turn. See how many counter spells they have. Down to 2. Never didn't have it. All right, untapped land still gets there. Dude, I keep calling cards. They have all of them. Gross. Could you draw a little worse for me? Just help me out. All right, it's a sweater. Maybe I should have been the skewer, tried to hit the land. Swifty. We go to 3. Potential death. I don't know if it's worth it. Otherwise, we go to 1. We die to lightning bolt anyway. I think we try to hang on for one more draw. I think getting them to 1 won't matter. Swift Spear, I keep drawing you at the bad time, man. I really do. Oh wait, I'm gonna die anyway, huh? I'm gonna die anyway. Wow. Oh, the Painlands, man. The Painlands gotta go. The meta has shifted, and the Painlands are, like, so unnecessary in this deck, I think. I really think they are. Not needed. And they're just gotta go. All right. One more loss, and I'm below 500 for my dailies. I definitely deserved a few of the losses, but I don't think I've played that badly for the last several games, and it's been an absolute train wreck. I think this deck is one of the worst decks I've ever played that currently had a top win rate and format. And I think it's honestly because their opponents are idiots. Like, too many shocks, right? Too many pain lands, reckless mana base use, reckless play. Meta shifted and it's over it. It's already over it. This hand is good, but it's on the draw, so I don't know if we can win. Best land in the whole deck is Blackleaf Cliffs, except when you draw them back to back when you just need something else, like I did in one of my games. Yeah. Do this before they can Bowmaster me. Sorin's Ransom. All right, some kind of control deck. Notably doesn't draw cards, which gets around Bowmasters because everything revolves around that stupid card. Let's do the light up the stage thing, probably. Wow. Sure. Spell Pierce. I think they have to spend this turn on the Ransom or they're never going to play it. Oh. Okay. They get their Brainstorm now because of no Bowmaster opening. You know, them being a Bowmaster deck, I should have played around it. Although I didn't really have a good opportunity to. Getting a Sheldred's Edict there isn't the worst. They probably put the Ransom away. I would. It's just slow, but we'll see. They did put 2 cards back in shuffle. And I can't catch somebody with a Bowmaster to save my life. Am I supposed to just leave mana up this whole time instead of... Yeah. But, I mean, on the bright side, they have to play this way. Bowmaster requires it. Whole format revolves around this stupid card. All this dirtle, we'll see what it turns into. What do you think they use to gain life? Deathrite Shaman? See if they have a push for this. Yes, they do. Take 2. Life total plummeting. It's another point of damage right there. They pass. We draw the land. Worst case scenario. But hey, we can play a little slower now. Fine with me. We'll draw that again next turn. No Luris necessary. Drop them to 6. Just watch for the Brainstorm or the Treasure Cruise now. Torrens Ransom. Alright, what do we want them to have? We don't want them to have the Bowmaster. Shockland enters tapped. I mean, this is a really good pair. And there's no draw there. So they won't trigger the Bowmaster. So maybe it's supposed to be Snapcaster Grave. I think splitting it like this is right. They don't have a counter spell per se. Let's see what they take. They did keep the ransom. Okay, they throw that in the bin. So now they have Snapcaster Mage. I don't know about my Bowmaster. Do we need to put it out now? We do. They go Fatal Push, Snap, Fatal Push. 1-1. Let's hold. I might try to draw cards still. Now, they've played really carefully, and they've played around my Bowmaster very well, so I'm not optimistic, but we'll see. Bloodstained Mire. Go to 5. Five is not much. Oh, they're digging. Is this a treasure cruise? Let's see if they exile the memory lapse. They keep the memory lapse, of course they do. We gotta try, but we know what they'll do. However, if they do that, I guess they still, even after that, they have the fatal push. God, everything's so perfect. Everything's so perfect for them. So they can snap memory lapse, fatal push the road captain, draw 3. Devastating. So they're tapped out. I think we'll go for this now. Get that snappy out of the way. Make them deal with the board. Which, I mean, they're a good Grixis control deck. They should be able to deal with the board. Their life total is still really low. And who knows what they drew? Might be a bunch of fetches. They know I'm top decking Skewer. Now, they probably have another Bowmaster, but I don't think we can do anything but try. Another Snapcaster Mage. Or a Fatal Push. On the Captain. And then, then a Bowmaster. Uh-huh. And a block. All right, if they have a Spell Pierce, then they really have it all. Okay, 2 life. Untapped land does it. Burn spell might do it. If they go to 1, Mount Doom can also do it. Not that it really matters with the ruins out here. All right, every time I've needed that top deck, it hasn't been there for me today. It's been a bad day for the RNG to play with fire. It runs Spell Pierce. I guess we try this on their upkeep. We could buy the Luris. The Luris isn't what's going to win us this game. Let's wait. We go for it on upkeep. Uh-huh. To the top. We'll see if they have a Ragavan. They need it. Now they know I'm drawing play with frickin' fire. They're going in. I bet it's another Snapcaster Mage. I bet it's another Snappy. Make it stop! But that's why we wait till upkeep again. Now the Snapcaster at least has Summoning Sickness. Uh-huh. Yep. Lethal remains. Now, why didn't they put out the Luris there, though? Did they need all the mana? They did, because of our timing. Because of our timing, they needed it. They draw. Again. Again. Why don't you just die? Could do this. They have a brainstorm to draw into it anyway, don't they? They sure do. Are you freaking kidding me? So I guess it's like this. So they don't get the brainstorm and the memory lapse. Draw a discard because they've been tempted twice. Why not? Oh my god. Their deck just has no problems. Ever. I'm still playing around the Spell Pierce. I can't afford to take another L here. Gotta make them keep drawing on the stack solutions every turn, which they've had no problem doing. Uh-huh. This might be them trying to draw another memory lapse, giving us one more chance. It's worked for them every time so far. They're all gone. They're all gone. The opponent tapped out. Nope, they did leave up one. But the lapses are all gone. They GG'd me. It could mean anything in this spot. Let's find out. Is it a counterspell? Never. Didn't have it. This might be the worst day of Arena I can remember. 10 and 16. You don't need a post-game wrap. You need a different deck. But I crafted it, so you don't have to. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next one. You're cool.